followed by Nedam Rajatam is common to all. So now we need an explanation as by Nedam Rajatam, the Rajatam, the experience of seeing the Rajatam earlier is refuted, is denied. So now there is naturally a demand as how did you experience Rajatam? For you need to say and justify how is it possible becomes Arthapatti Pramana. So now na Anupapadyamanam is what the experience idam rajatam is anupapannam, and in order to make it upapannam, some plausible kalpana is employed, which is coming as something that is from pramanam, and therefore now it simply does not remain as a speculation but gets justified as knowledge. So how is it possible? How is what possible? The experience of Rajatam. How is this experience of Rajatam possible? Now, the explanations which are given are called as khatis. Okay. Don't think about it as khati means ukhyati, vikhyati, and all that. In sense of popularity. Khyati means simply to know. How did you know? How did this even experience of Rajatam take place? So, the Prabhakara school of Mimamsakas are the people. Now we are going to see the Khatis in short. And then we come to the Khati that is followed by the Vedantins. So, in the Brahmasthala, we need to show that it is Anirvachaniya Khyati, which Khyati is accepted and propagated by the Vedantins, is the Anirvachaniya Khyati. But before we arrive at that, you need to see the other explanations which are given and refutation of those explanations so as it becomes clear that there is no other way but to accept Anirvachaniya Khyati, and therefore Anirvachaniya Khyati is Arthapatti Prama. Okay? Arthapatti Prama. Because it is an explanation for what? For the Brahma. So according to the Upanishad school or Upanishads, there is nothing but Paramatma. If there is nothing but Paramatma, then how are we seeing that what cannot be called as Paramatma, Jagat and the Jiva? So now you need an explanation for this. And therefore now, to provide that explanation is what comes through that is called as that is going to be called as Arthapatti Pramana. Clear till this point?
Yes, Swami.
Okay. Here, the Prabhakara Mimamsakas, so in the Mimamsaka school, also Purva Mimamsa, we have these two, the Bhatta, which is the Kumarila Bhatta, so Bhatta school, and the Prabhakara school of Prabhakara. So Prabhakara school, the Prabhakaras give a khyati. Okay, what? Huh? A khyati. How is it? He says, Prabhakara says, that knowledge, whichever knowledge it is yathartha knowledge. Knowledge always is going to be yathartha. Okay. So there is no knowledge which can ever be called as ayathartha knowledge. And therefore, even in the Brahmasthala, idam rajatam, this knowledge also should not be regarded as ayathartha knowledge. Why? Because there is no pramanam to say that that knowledge, that experience is ayathartha. Uh, so he says uh, that idam rajatam, in the experience, the knowledge, idam rajatam, this knowledge idam, which is saying this is pratyaksha. Rajatam is smriti jnana. So now simultaneously there are these two streams of knowledges, pratyaksha and smriti jnana. They are happening at the same time. But both of these are two different knowledges, smriti jnanam as well as the pratyaksha jnanam. Why? And both these knowledges have their own objects. Pratyaksha knowledge has idam as the object of its knowledge, whereas the smriti knowledge, smriti jnanam, has rajatam as its object, and therefore these two knowledges are mutually different. Pratyaksha, paraspar, they have a bheda. Uh, so not only that, the objects are also different. Now, it is because of the shiny nature of that mother of pearl, of that shell. So, this is the link because it is something common between silver and the mother of pearl. Okay, the shell, nacre. And therefore, the Bheda Grahana, that you are not able to see, understand the difference. This not understanding of difference, the Purusha, the person runs towards that silver. And therefore, he is going towards that silver is because of that silver which is real, which is the object of his smriti, his smriti. Now, another thing is that if you are going to say that some knowledge is a yathartha and some knowledge is yathartha, then what is the distinguishing line? So therefore, there is no distinguishing because by as knowledge, everything is knowledge, and therefore every knowledge then can be called as ayathartha only, and therefore your meaningful participation in life will will be cannot be justified because why are you running after it? Because if it is ayathartha, So now the very fact that you are running after it means it is yathartha. But that what you are running after, that object is the object of your smriti jnana, is what he is, they say. Uh, Now, if you have understood this akhyati some little way, that there are these two streams of knowledge, and both of them have their own objects. Both of the objects are real. One is the stream of smriti, one is of pratyaksha. So Rajatam belongs to the smriti jnanam as an object, whereas idam belongs to the pratyaksha.
Prataksha.
Pratyaksha Jnanam.
Pratyaksha. So both are true. Now let us look at this. Now, according to the akhyati vyadi, because khyati is not, because that viveka khyati is not taking place, you are not viveka graha, you are not able to accept, see the viveka. And therefore, now there is this experience of idam rajatam. Idam is different, rajatam is different. Yet, because of that chakachikya, means because of that shiny nature, that commonness between these, sadrishyam between the silver and the naka, now that viveka grahana is not taking place. Okay. So now look at this. What do they call the refutation of that? So this Akhyativad, it is told. So the Rajatam which is there, which is the object of Smriti Jnana, is in some place that you had seen earlier. Maybe you saw it in a market this morning. Okay, and in the evening, then you are seeing, you are roaming about, strolling on the river bank, and then you thought, oh, it is silver. So Deshantar, it is Vidyaman, it is present in some other place. And it is not present in Purovar as a Purovarti object, as something that is there immediately in front. So if you are going to say that is the reason for which, that is the silver for which that person was running, which is the real silver, then he should be going to the market and not here. Correct? He should be going to the market and not here. And so therefore, besides that, idam rajatam is also what do they call as, it is a brahma. So according to him, that there is no brahma, it is not possible, is because the we are not saying that the knowledge is not, the knowledge is false. Knowledge is knowledge, but the object of that knowledge is badhitam, and that is the reason why we are calling even the knowledge as badhitam. You understand? So knowledge remains, so it is your experience. So when you are going to experience even dream, the dream object is false. Dream is an experience, is knowledge. ठीक है. Similarly, Jagrat is also an experience as much as Swapna is an experience. But why are you calling Swapna as Mithya and Jagrat as real? Because the Swapnik Padarthas get falsified by the Vyavaharika Satta. So somebody who was asking, I think Mira I was asking this question. Huh? Was not this your question?
Yeah.
Mira,
Yes. Yes, yes, Swamiji.
Look at this. So we have the Vyavaharika Satta, the Pratibhasika Satta, Vyavaharika Satta, and Paramarthika Satta. Okay?
जी.
Satta means existence. Existence as such is existence. But you are going to see the Pratibhasika Sarpa also existing. Okay?
जी.
But when is the Pratibhasika, that Sarpa, when will that Sarpa get falsified?
When the
As the
Rajjunyan takes
knowledge
place.
of rope, knowledge
Rajjunyan
When the
as the
takes place.
knowledge of
Rajjunyanam
the
takes
rope.
place.
Yes.
Okay? So it is the Vyavaharika Satta which falsifies the
Pratibhasik satta.
Pratibhasika Satta. Is Vyavaharika Satta falsified by the Pratibhasika Satta?
No.
Now, in the dream, if you see that you are some Sikandar, Alexander, then do you wake up to say that I am not Anand Deshmukh, but in reality I am Sikandar? Does your Pratibhasika Satta falsify the Vyavaharika Satta?
No.
So, what falsifies whom?
Vyavaharik satta falsifies Pratitik satta.
Pratibhasika Satta.
Pratibhasik satta.
All three, there is Pratiti even of Vyavahara. Okay. So, what happens is that Vyavaharika Satta is therefore real, more real than, than the Pratibhasika
Pratibhasik.
Satta. But it is the Paramarthika Satta with which even the Vyavahara gets falsified. Okay. What was your question, Niratai?
यही कि जगत में व्यावहारिक और प्राकृतिक दोनों सत्ता है, इसलिए वो बाधित हमसे नहीं हो रहा है। जैसे कि रजत में तो सिर्फ प्राकृतिक सत्ता है, ये हमें समझ में आता है।
Pratibhasika.
प्रातिभासिक सत्ता है, ये तो समझ में आता है, और इसलिए वो बाधित भी झट से होता है, क्योंकि व्यावहारिक सत्ता उधर है ही नहीं।
तो व्यावहारिक सत्ता जो है वह प्रातिभासिक सत्ता से अधिक तरह है, और जो प्रातिभासिक सत्ता है वो व्यावहारिक सत्ता से अथवा व्यावहारिक पदार्थ से प्रातिभासिक पदार्थ कैसे है, न्यून सत्ता का है।
जी।
न्यून सत्ता, जो न्यून सत्ता का होता है वह बाधित हो जाता है। अब क्या, व्हाट इज द नेक्स्ट पार्ट ऑफ योर क्वेश्चन?
तो जगत क्यों नहीं ये होता, बाधित होता है? तो उसके ऊपर के सत्ता तक हमें पहुंचना चाहिए, इसका मतलब कि पारमार्थिक सत्ता तक पहुंचे, तभी व्यावहारिक सत्ता जगत की बाधित हो सकेगी। ऐसा अभी मुझे थोड़ा थोड़ा समझ में आ रहा है, पता नहीं बराबर ठीक है।
जब यह आत्मा ब्रह्म है, इस प्रकार का जो ज्ञान अथवा ये जगत इस ब्रह्म में कल्पित है, इस ज्ञान से भी बाध होता है जगत का। ठीक है, ये सारी बातें आगे आने, जगत
जी।
का बाध होता है। हाँ, now after the Akhyatiwadi is told that, you know, that Brahmakya Jnanam is also possible, and it is not that two streams of two knowledges, and that's why it is not like that. It is because this knowledge that idam rajatam is brahmajnanam only is Brahmajnanam. Okay.
जी.
Now comes the Shunyavadi, and the Shunyavadis are the Madhyamika Bauddhas. In the Bauddhas also there are these four schools, Madhyamikas, Yogachar, then what is that? Sautrantika, and one more. So these are the four schools of Bauddhas. Shunyavadi Madhyamikas call this Brahmasthal mein in the Brahmasthala as Asabkhyati, because according to them, the knower, that what is known and knowledge, all these padarthas, all these things are asat, not existing at all. And therefore, in the asat shukti, in the false shukti, the false rajatam is seen. And therefore, idam rajatam, this knowledge is also asat. So asat khyati is what the Madhyamika Bauddhas have to say, because they are Shunyavadis. Okay? Then even the Tantrikas, the people who follow the Tantra, they also in a way are Asat Khyativad, just as the Shunyavadis are.
स्वामी जी, असत ख्याति देन इसमें जो सचमुच का जो रजत है, जो सत्य पदार्थ है, उसको भी ये
वो
लोग
भी
डिनाई
उनके
करते
मत
हैं।
में असत ही है, क्योंकि
क्योंकि
शुक्ति
उन्होंने
का भी तो असत है।
शुक्ति का भी तो असत मानी है उन्होंने।
असत शुक्तिका में असत रजत का की प्रतीति होती है।
ओके।
क्योंकि तुम्हें रजत की भी प्रतीति हुई, शुक्तिका की भी प्रतीति हुई। ओके, तो
जी।
तीनों प्रतीति मतलब ज्ञान, तो ज्ञाता, ज्ञान और ज्ञेय, ये तीनों के तीनों जब असत ही है, तो चाहे वो रजत विषयक हो, चाहे वो शुक्तिका विषयक हो, ये सारा असत ही है। तो असत शुक्तिका में असत रजत की प्रतीति होती है, ये माध्यमिक बौद्धों का कहना है, शून्यवादियों। ठीक है।
जी।
Furthermore, that the people who follow the Tantra also have asat khyati, but their difference is Shukti is a vyavaharik padarth. Shuktika is not asat. Shuktika is not asat. Only the rajatam in the Shuktika is asat. So in the experience, in the knowledge, idam rajatam. Rajatam is the object of the knowledge. And how is that rajatam? Asat. And therefore, according to them, it is that rajat khyati, asat khyati. Okay? It is the asat khyati. But those who propagate the asat khyati, if they are also not 100%, or they are not correct. Why are they not acceptable? Because the asat vastu can never be directly known. Is not at all an object of your direct knowledge, asat, that which is non-existent. If non-existent was something that could be known or that could be directly known, then you will even know Vandhyaputra. Shashashrunga. Why? Because that is all asat.
ये इकडे.
That is asat.
हा, काय करते?
Minatai, mic off. That is all asat. And therefore, if Rajatam was asat, then the Rajatam also will be in the same category as Vandhyaputra. And Vandhyaputra, being asat, is never ever seen, experienced, known by anyone. But idam Rajatam is your object of experience. And therefore, how can that Rajatam be called as asat? Got it? How can this Rajatam be called as asat? And therefore, this is one of the reasons why that asat khyati is asangatam. Okay, is not proper. Is not justified. Now there are some other thinkers, according to them, in this Brahmasthala, what is there? Satkhyati is there. And therefore, these people are called as Satkhyati-vadi. These are also Nayai. What are they saying? Arambhavadi. Okay. What do they say is that the avayavas, the basic ingredients of Rajata, and these are Nayayikas in the sense, not the pure school of Nayayikas, but people like Ramanuja, etc. So they are called, they have Satkhyat, but the Nayayikas, as such, the pure school of Nayayikas is Anyatha Khyati. Now this is Satkhyati. We have seen Asatkhyati and we have seen
Akhyati.
Akhyati. Akhyati belongs to the
Prabhakara school of
Prabhakaras. And Asabkhyati belongs to these two, the Madhyamika Bauddhas and the Agamika Tantrikas. ठीक है?
Yes, Swamiji.
Now, why are we going through this rigmarole? Is because that unless and until you come to that, there is no plausible explanation as how Idam Rajatam, this experience took place. Till then, this arthapatti as a pramanam cannot be seen. Okay, because arthapatti, what does it do? It justifies, it shows that this is the reason why it took place. And how is it going to be applicable to us? Because how is then this multiplicity of men, women, human beings, animals, trees, plants, Surya, Chandra, Tara, everything, this whole world is possible if Brahman alone is the Karan. And therefore, and Brahman alone is Karana means Brahman alone is real. Then how are we able to see the real and call these as real and do the Vyavahara also as correct?
Yeah.
So now, therefore, in understanding Brahmaeva Satyam, this statement, naturally, what will come to play? Shrautarthapatti. Okay, Shrautarthapatti will play the role. And what that arthapatti will show you? that it is because of anirvachaniya khyati. Okay. What is the explanation going to be there?
अनिर्वचनीय ख्याति.
Anirvachaniya. Got it? That's why we are seeing little, at least little bit of it. This is just Chanchu Pravesha. So these people who are Satkyativadi, they are saying the avayavas which have gone into making, avayavas means the ingredients with which the silver is composed. Okay. What is the chemical composition of silver?
This is Ag atom, Swamiji. They call it silver.
हाँ, क्या है इसका स्ट्रक्चर मॉलिक्यूलर?
स्वामी जी Ag से रिप्रेजेंट होता है वो.
बस इतना ही है.
जी.
इसका कुछ तो मॉलिक्यूलर स्ट्रक्चर होगा ना.
जी जी.
जैसे मान लो अब we are going to think in this इनकी सब ख्याति in a different way. Okay, so now there is this molecules when arranged in a particular way, it is going to be, or whatever those atoms molecules are arranged in a particular way, then is going to be called as silver. Particular
Yes.
molecules in a particular way are going to be called as silver. So also particular molecules in a particular order, that basic this thing is going to be called as Shuktika. Correct? So
Ji.
the avayavas which have gone into making of the Shuktika and the avayavas which have gone into the making of Rajatam are same. Okay. They are the same. So just as the avayavas of Shukti are Satya, the avayavas, these ingredients of Rajatam are also
सत्य.
Satya. So you are seeing Satya Rajatam only. How? Because those ingredients are present, but they have yet not gone into making of Rajatam. They are present. They are just present. चना मसाला सब चीजें पड़ी हुई है, लेकिन छोला बना नहीं. सब कुछ है वहां पे. All the ingredients are there. Now what happens is, because of some defect, with the eyes, a chakshu dosha, the eyes are somehow able to contact the avayavas of silver, and therefore rajatam asti. Asti means it is really there. This is how the experience takes place, because satya rajat gets created over there. And therefore it is possible to have the pratyaksha experience. This is rajatam. Okay, according to them. And when the knowledge takes place, when your eyes are able to once again contact the avayavas of Shukti, the Shukti is seen. And Satya Rajataka then goes back into its avayavas, so it is not seen. So Dhansa, Nasha takes place. But this opinion of the Satkyativadis is also not acceptable because to say that Satya Rajatam gets created in the Shukti, and by Nedam Rajatam, this huh? Nedam Rajatam, which is the Badha, should not take place, because if the Badha takes place of Satya Rajatam, then even Badha also should take place of your Shuktika also, because your Shukti is also Satyam, Rajatam is also,
Satyam.
and therefore if one Satyam can get falsified, then might as well the other also should get falsified, because both of them are
Satyam.
Satyam. There is furthermore, it is saying that Idam Rajatam. This is not saying that the Rajatam is Satyam, but the Adhishthana of Rajatam, the very basis of that Rajatam is Satyam. So Satyatva belongs to the Adhishthana, and that Satyatva is the object of your knowledge. It is not the Satyatva of Rajatam which is the object of your knowledge. You understand? Shuktika is real. So the reality of Shuktika is seen, but Shuktika is not seen. Rajatam is seen, and you associate the Satyatvam of the Shuktika with Rajatam, and therefore your Rajatam becomes Satyam. It is not Satya Rajatam which is the object of your experience. You understand the difference?
Yes,
जी
Swami.
हाँ, जी
So even this Sakhyativada is also not acceptable. Furthermore, we have the Vijnanavadi Bauddhas who say that this Brahmasthala, in the Brahmasthala, what is there? Atma Khyati is there. According to them, in your body there is Vijnana, Kshanika Vijnana. That is the Atma. So everything, inner and out, what you are seeing is nothing but just this Vijnana, nothing else. Inner, out, this, Stri, Purush, all these Vedas which you are seeing is nothing but this Vijnana in that particular form. Therefore, whether it is the Shuktika or whether it is the Rajatam, it is nothing but Atma in that, which means it is that Kshanika Vijnana in that form. The Atma means that Vijnanam. How is this Vijnanam also? Kshanika. That's why they are Kshanika Vijnanavadi. So this is what they say. But this explanation provided by the Atma Khyati is also not acceptable, because there is no pramanam as to say what is experienced is inside you, inside the mind. If it is just inside the mind, then the sukha dukkha which is experienced inside and ghatapatadi padarthas which are experienced outside, where is the line of, there is this line of demarcation. How then you should also be experiencing ghatapatas outside and sukha dukkha outside, because whether it is sukha dukkha or the ghatapatas, the inner and bahya is nothing but one kshanika vijnana. Then where is, so therefore your explanation is beyond our justified experience. The Nayayikas in the Brahmasthala accept Anyatha Khyati. Okay. I have explained to you because they say that the Rajatam, Purovarti, the Rajatam is not Purovarti, is not in front. Where is the Rajatam? In the Apana, in the market. Hmm? So that Vastavik silver only is seen. Okay. And Vastavik silver is seen, and all therefore it is what? Anyatha khyati, that you are not able to understand the difference, and that's why it becomes anyatha khyati. Okay, we are going to see this paksha of the what do they call Nayayikas in a little more detail, but we will see it in our next class. I'm going to halt over here for the day. All that you need to understand is that this Arthapatti Pramana, when is going to be applied to the Shrautarthapatti? Where will the Shrautarthapatti take place? When it is going to be said, Mrittika ityeva satyam, just like Mrittika alone is satyam, Parameshwara alone is satyam. And by that, we are able to conclude that the karyam, which is jagat, what is this jagat? Everything that is with this body, mind, indriyas, everything is jagat as a part of this world. And that's why the whole thing, the entire jagat, what is its status? It is
Mithya.
not real. Okay. But how? That Shrautapatti, Arthapatti will be able. Then if it is not real, how are we seeing it as real? You see that this is going to be your next question. How is it that we are seeing it as real? So now, just as how the Rajatam was seen, if how the Rajatam, though it was not real, was also seen, can be explained, then how this world, which is not real, is yet seen, also can become explicable. You understand why we are doing this exercise?
जी स्वामी.
Swamiji, have we seen the Jagat anywhere else before seeing here, as we have seen Rajat in market?
That's when no.
Then,
This Rajatam, the Jagat has got no other place to live other than Brahman.
then how
That's
it
why
is seen
Anyatha
here?
Khyati is not.
So that is Anyatha Khyati, na?
Oh, okay.
Vedanta, what will we have?
Anirvachaniya Khyati.
Anirvachaniya. Okay.
Hmm.
What are we going to say? It is not Sat, it is not Asat, it is not
Mithya.
Sadasat. Huh? All these categories, it is not there, and that's why it cannot be even defined. So this is how Maya is Anirvachaniya.
Ji.
You know, all these people, somewhere or the other, accept it. Like this Gaudiya Vaishnavas will say Achintya Shakti. But they are afraid of using the word Anirvachaniya.
Hmm. Ji.
Because if you say it is Anirvachaniya, naturally you will have to say this is all
Vedanta.
Mithya.
Mithya.
And if this is Mithya, then what are they going to do with that Dholak and Manjira and everything? So people are afraid. So even our greatest of great teacher, Gaudapadacharya, one also says, even the great yogis are also afraid of this Atma. Abhaye Bhayadarshit. And that's why they resort to some other explanation which makes them a little comfortable than calling it Mithya. So they are Anirvachaniya is the Achintya Bheda Bhed. What do you mean by that? Then because of Achintya Shakti of Paramatma. What do you mean by that Achintya Shakti? You understand?
Ji.
Swamiji.
So it is nothing else but they're afraid of admitting that it is unintentional. So they're calling it Satyam. Nobody is denying that, yes, it is experienced as Satyam. But how is it experienced as Satyam? Though it is Badhitam, then that becomes Shrautartha. Got it?
जी सर
जी
Yes.
जी
Okay.
स्वामी जी।
Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Shankaram Shankaracharya Keshavam Badarayana Sutrabhashipito Vande Bhagavanto Punah Punah Ishvaro Gururatmeti Mukti Vibhagine Vyomavadvyaptadeha Dakshina Taye Namaha. Thank you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Swamiji. Pranams.
नमस्ते सर।
हरि ओम प्रणाम।